And begin. Bad Brothers Podcast episode. Actually, I'm not going to say the episode number anymore because we had a bad one and we had to get rid of it. And then I had to edit out where we said the number.
Haunting.
But luckily it was right at the beginning where the music was still playing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just smooth anyway.
Smooth as a baby's bottom.
But
Do
this,
people still say that these days?
I think so. This is an episode of An Bad Brothers Pod, which you can find on an app, specifically the Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Instagram.com /badbrotherspod, which is where I let you know.
Who really looks at Instagram on the computer?
Sometimes I do it when I'm at work. I don't know why. It's on Instagram, and the episodes should come out Mondays at 9 p.m., and they should be live also on YouTube then. And I just let you know what we're talking about. I let you know that it's posted, and the 7 people that listen that are from our family can look at that there.
Here's to you.
Here's to you. Well, actually, our next episode should be the 10th episode, so we need to do something special for that.
Giveaways.
Giveaways. What's left at this garage sale that we can give away? Oh, yeah. Will and I are outside. You might hear some outside noises. You might hear a random whitetail braying for a mate. You might hear a beaver gnaw a tree.
Northwest chickadee.
And
Chickadee, dee, 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 dee.
you might
It kind of
hear...
had a southern accent to it.
It did. You were
There's a southern chickadee.
also, yeah, many forms of chickadees.
Chickadee state bird, right?
No. You were thinking of the western goldfinch, my friend. That was Bobby Lee. He says, my friend.
Thing is that
yeah, western goldfinch.
but definitely chickadee is a prominent Washington bird.
Prominent
That
bird.
is very active in the winter.
We put a bird feeder out in our front yard.
Oh, wow.
Actually, it is kind of cool to, like, maybe this is your quarantine brain.
Watch squirrels.
The squirrels found it first, I will say. It had to take...
Did you lube up the pole?
No, we haven't resorted. I have seen some vids. And the squirrels found it first, but yeah, it took... The birds found it. You know, it's just 24 hours. 1 or 2 of them find it, and then they invite their friends. And it is a little like quarantine brain where you don't have a ton to do, so you're looking at
talking to them, naming them.
Oh, here's Brian.
Out for his afternoon lunch.
So
Carol's back at home with the kids.
Yeah. They're coming out. They're eating the bird seed.
Speaking of birds, you know what I'm excited for? It's almost emu egg season.
Tell me.
I've been really wanting an emu. Is it emu or emu?
I'm
gonna try to say emu, even though
I
that's
think
not what my brain wants
I think
to do.
emu is right, but emu is probably the funny way. Just like saying puma is the funny way.
Gross. Okay, emu egg.
You're gonna eat
they
one?
They have one. Yeah, their egging laying season is in the winter. Our winter.
And you're gonna.
I want to fry it up, just sunny side up style, with a big old juicy yolk
I have
in the middle.
seen when they fry an ostrich egg. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so big.
Oh, tell me more about the emu. Where can you get one?
You have to find it. Supposedly, this is the research I've done. Whole Foods. If your Whole Foods has one of these local egg areas in it, which I don't think ours does. It's like a big refrigerated section of baskets of eggs.
Where's our nearest Whole Foods? Tacoma?
Yeah. UP.
2 episodes in a row. Shout out Tacoma.
Shout out to the aroma. Anyway, so emu. There, see, let's just go with the emu. Anyway. I don't know. That
And
guy.
you think you can get one?
Yeah. So there's
Enough-
also a place in Seattle, Pike's Place, that sells them. Pike's
Crazy.
Place Market. And then I was thinking about also seeing if old Farmer George down the road could get one, because he gets exotic meats. It's per his
exotic
website.
meats. Ow, ow, ow.
Nickname in high school.
There's Declan.
Got the sick sandals.
Okay, I wanted to show you this. Speaking of, now I just think about this all the time.
I have the sweatshirt.
Oh, wait, you have a sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Of her?
Yeah, the farm.
You do?
Yeah.
You bought one?
Support the local biz.
Do you ever interact with her?
I comment sometimes. So what happened was,
Dude, I think
here's what
about-
happened. Here's what happened.
Not
Listen,
this egg post. There's another egg post. Okay, go ahead.
with the poop.
No, not with the poop.
You're on Instagram.com.
My phone wasn't going. This one.
Yeah.
I think about this all the time now.
Dude, the fresh local eggs are the best. The yolks are the best. So let
okay.
me tell my story, and then we'll go.
Okay,
we'll share.
Go to Prindle Ridge Farm. Prindle,
Shout out Prindle Ridge Farm.
change it. No. Prindle.ridge.farm
on
Instagram. And go back to July 8th and look at this picture of the eggs.
Yeah, these
which-
are a couple dozen eggs from their own chickens.
Okay, I washed up a couple dozen eggs for a customer this morning. They were too beautiful to miss photographing. Photographing.
That red one.
That red one! Double exclamation point. Double EP. Having fresh eggs, blah, 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 blah. But they're all different colors.
Mm-hmm.
From
You'll
light.
see it on the gram. We got a rainbow here of eggs. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue.
I'm going to use my repost app,
Ooh.
which I have now.
Anyway. I keep saying that. Anyway.
July 8th. Just go look at that.
Yeah,
It's
so-
too beautiful.
I'm on the train conducting, Polar Expressing, and hot chocolate. And I walk, and then all of a sudden, hey,
An emu egg.
yeah, hey, Will. And it was her, Jessica, and the fam from Prindle Ridge Farm. Hadn't seen them in forever.
They were on the train?
Yeah, I scanned their tickets. They rode the train somewhere between Portland and Seattle.
Maybe they
So I
told me that.
caught up with them, blah blah blah. Then they added me on Instagram, so I followed the farm page, and then they released the sweatshirts, and I got the sweatshirt to support the biz
Now I feel like a jerk.
because you didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I follow them. It's like my entertainment.
It is? I know. I watch every one of her stories. It's cool.
Yeah. I love the cows. I love seeing the baby cows. The bull, that's naughty bull, always getting out.
I love watching how they move the chickens from place to place.
And the pigs.
It's just so fascinating how they...
So did you see the post where she said she was scared of the pigs?
Oh, pigs are scary, though.
And so I responded and said, "Oh yeah, more people die from pigs than sharks every year." I said, but you probably didn't want to know that.
What they do is, you know how they get them? A lot of these pigs, they'll bite like the...
You'll fall over, and that's the end of
They'll
it.
bite... Well, this is why. They'll bite like the ankle or around the calf muscle of these older people, and then you can't walk, and then...
My coworker that lived in Iowa, full of pig farms, said, "You want to get rid of a body, throw it in a pig farm, because they'll just eat it all up."
Now, just to be clear, Prindle Ridge Farm does not have killer pigs.
No, but shout out to the
Actually,
eggs.
I don't think they have any pigs right now.
Eey.
Because if you
Rip.
remember from the story, R.I.P. pigs, R.I.P. Regis.
I think it's almost time for the cows too.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm mixing it up with the pigs. But yeah, it's about
Anyways.
pig season.
Anyways.
Shout out Prindle Ridge Farm. Shout out the small boy. Get well soon.
Zechariah.
Zachariah, yeah.
Is that right? Sorry.
Now one
Cut
of his,
that, cut that,
now
cut
one,
that out.
Now one of his legs is stronger than the other.
Hey, you know what I was thinking we should do is we should have a fake person who we always say like is
our
the
producer. Declan.
Okay. Let's go to the
Shelby. You never listened to Tuesdays with Stories.
Okay.
There's always this guy Shelby, and he always calls him something different, like Shelberia or Shell Bones. What are we doing?
I was just seeing their website.
The Real Heats on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. I was looking for their swag.
Oh, right there.
Shop.
PrindleRidgeFarm.com. Shop/shop.
I'd probably take a hat.
They have hats. They got youth shirts. They got adult shirts.
You know what? I remember when they launched these, but some of them have different logos, and that's okay. Something there ish.
That's what I have right there.
What? Why? There's a little bit of an issue.
It's showing every size for some reason.
We're not criticizing, just
No.
to be clear.
This
This is just a local friends, not being critical. Will
There's the hat on sale.
trucker.
What a steal.
I haven't talked to you about this, but I think I'm pretty confident I can say this for the podcast. This is the official farm of Bad Brothers Pod. I follow it with my other one.
The official farm of Bad Brothers Podcast?
I
Is
think
this our
so.
first sponsor?
Well,
Then they don't even know it yet.
I mean,
They had the forest fire scare too.
oh gosh, it was drama.
I'm telling you, this farm story, Instagram story, is my weekly entertainment
Weekly.
all week long.
Same. Actually, on that account, because I have two accounts,
Uh-huh.
there's only one or two people I always look at their stories,
I have 3 accounts.
and I follow a lot. You have 3 accounts?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have?
They're a secret.
Okay.
No, they're not. I have one.
But for that account, I only look at Prindle Ridge Farm and Rebecca Black.
I just saw Rebecca Black. And I was like, yeah, I forget what. I think it was on the TikTok.
RB Rebecca Black. Speaking of Tacoma, that guy is Tacoma.
Who?
That guy who did the song with her.
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember.
He has a Tacoma vibe.
Got to get my bowl. Got to get cereal. That's all I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 accounts.
Ticking on and on. Everybody's
Shout
rushing.
out.
I know. I love the song.
Shout out Kitsap Memory.
Oh yeah, Kids at Memory.
It's a little dead. It needs to be revived.
That sounds like Kids at Creamery.
That was the
which
point.
Also, we
You got it.
we should just start. We should just start an actual creamery.
I would love to. I would love to make ice cream. My other one is maybe controversial these days. It has a history of being controversial. The other page is called Beehives Matter.
Oh,
So there's that.
BHM,
BHM, Beehives Matter.
which you
it's
started before.
started. That was my first other account. And I only follow people on that account like Beyonce, Winnie the Pooh, Honey Boo Boo. Are you getting it? Are you getting
I'm
it?
getting it. What else? What else? Sean Diddy Combs.
Oh, I need to follow. I need to follow.
I was trying to.
I need to follow that.
Um,
I think I follow the Bee from Honey Nut Cheerios.
B movie. Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I follow Winnie the Pooh, Point Divine Zoo, Honey Boo Boo, Beyonce, BuzzFeed.
Oh. I was trying to think of something thorax related, but
And then
that's difficult.
And then it's like local stuff like Como, 4 News, Discovery Channel, Nature is Metal. Nature is Metal is a
Declan,
great
you can
Instagram.
come over here, buddy.
The
Doesn't
Declan.
want to.
He's got the best hair.
Doesn't want to.
You ballin'?
Are you balling? All right. Printer Ridge Farm. I'm going to have to tag her.
Yep. Sponsor us.
Oh, man.
Could have been bad.
All right. We just spilled the beverage.
I just threw it away like a dog.
I know.
Go fetch.
I was going to say that, but you're not used to your. You got to
Yeah, I'm like-
you got to get in, you got to
And
get
then I
back in
do
child
one of
mode. You just
the fake throw.
fake throw.
I just fake threw the ball for a
Oh, here we go.
small child.
Yeah, you got to get in kid mode.
I'm used to having a dog, okay?
Declan was standing 6 feet away, ready to catch.
And I just threw it across the yard.
Will just threw the tennis ball 50 feet the other direction.
I'm a funkle. Fun uncle.
Declan, do you want to say something funny?
Tell us a joke. I heard you're good at jokes. Mm-hmm.
Say something funny. Say whatever you want to. Okay, never mind.
I heard about your T-Rex joke. I think that's the punchline, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he actually made that one up.
That's what I mean.
It's funny. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T-Rex.
T-Rex.
I mean, how many kids are coming up with that?
Mm-hmm.
None.
Especially at this age.
Which is?
3, 4.
Yeah, 3.
See, I got confused.
3. He's into it. Landon turns 10 this year.
Yep, crazy.
Double dig.
I think my niece just turned 10.
He's okay.
Because we were trying to talk about, remember, my wedding when they were both in it together?
Oh, yeah. Well,
And they were both small children.
Landon's asking if we're talking about him, and I try not to talk about you on the podcast.
I was talking about, remember when you were in my wedding? Do you remember that? You were only 3. 2 or 3. 7 years ago. Oh, yeah. If he's going to be turning 10, he would have been 2, about to turn 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, have you ran into this yet during this pandy? You go somewhere, maybe you see someone, blah, blah, blah. They introduce you to someone. You meet a new person, and they're wearing a mask. And you're wearing a mask. So now I have this anxiety because I see them more often. And I always see them. I know their name. I know what their eyes look like. I know how tall they are. I don't know what they look like. And I'm afraid, here's my anxiety, is that I'm going to see them in person in the future, no mask, and they're going to be like, hey, and then I won't. I'll just be like, who are you?
No, I learned a secret. Well, I saw a tweet about it this week, and I've also heard about it somewhere else. It's a celebrity thing because they meet so many people.
Uh-huh.
You don't say nice to meet you. You say nice to see you. Because nice to see you can sort of slide in there for nice to meet you, just in case it is your first time.
Yeah.
But in case it's not your first time and you don't recognize them or don't remember.
I'm a big fan of things like that.
You always say, life hack.
I'm a big fan of those.
Nice to see you.
Because at work, I always say, whenever I tell people when we're going to arrive somewhere, I say, like, approximately.
Oh, yeah.
I never tell them an exact time.
Yeah, and also your experience right now is different from my pandy experience.
Yeah.
Because I'm not meeting new people. So I have no way to enact that scenario.
Yeah. Here's another. I had someone that I met, masks on, and then someone showed me their Instagram, what they look like, and it was like nothing like I thought they looked like.
Oh.
Kind of like when you hear someone's voice,
Oh, I love doing that. I love like trying to figure out what somebody looks like and
based on their voice.
Yes, I love it. So whenever I talk to somebody on the phone at work, which is actually pretty rare that I have to call somebody from another department or whatever, I will go on Facebook and try to find them. Sometimes while I'm talking to them. And out there, buddy. And
then it never is what you think. Whoa.
Not always. But then sometimes
got a Cy Young Award over here.
I know. He's actually so athletic. But also sometimes you get a vibe off their Facebook or Instagram, like, oh, is this kind of like a wild person who is up for a little, ribbing on the phone, who will, joke around with you a little bit? Is this a sweet old lady?
Is this a GOP member?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you might have to like butter them up and, whatever. You just try to treat people in the way that sort of
fits
they
their
like.
vibe.
Yeah. And so I like to sort of like, but then it's just like curiosity too.
Yeah.
At my last job, there were all these guys that were not obsessed. All these people had to sort of, talk to this lady every now and again. And
in Gig Harbor?
Yeah. I don't know why I don't know why everybody in the company had to talk to her. I don't remember what she did or who she worked for or anything. But she just had like a sultry kind of, probably like listening to my voice right now. It's just...
Or the elevator at my hotel in Portland. That's like, it says, what does it say? First floor, lobby. It's like this weird like robotic voice, and it goes, first floor, Lobby.
And I just remember one day, like, one guy hung up the phone and kind of made a look at another guy like, oh, listen to this voice I'm listening to.
Yeah.
And the guy was just like, no, I'm not condoning this behavior. But he's just like,
that's how I feel about people
he just shook his head.
with
No,
accents, pretty
don't,
much.
Don't go there. Don't go there in your mind.
Pretty much
sir.
any accent. Oh. This sounds sultry.
Oh, yeah, that's a right slag. Go back.
You went to
Was
the
it-
Australian flag.
Right. Oh, man. There's a clip of Conan learning Australian slang. That's
Mhm.
one of my favorite clips to
Is that with
watch.
Margot Robbie?
No.
Oh.
But definitely a lady
Shout
who
out
can
Birds
hold her
of
own.
Prey.
Okay, speaking of Margot Robbie,
Speaking of,
Will Smith.
yeah,
Do you know about that?
he's out of the Suicide Squad.
No.
Entanglement?
There was rumor about Will Smith entanglement, his
don't believe it.
own entanglement.
I don't believe it.
Margot Robbie. I feel like maybe it was just some flirting at a time where she was having her own entanglement but I don't know. You don't believe their entanglement, or
No.
which don't you believe?
Will Smith and Margot
Oh,
Robbie.
yeah. Will Smith, I would definitely say I'm choosing not to believe entanglement.
I think he could have one, but I don't think it was Margot Robbie.
Because she said in her thing, she's like, you already got me back. That's what
Oh, I didn't watch that.
JPS said. She said, oh, you already got me back. But I don't think she meant that like that. I don't know.
All I know is Suicide Squad.
Bad movie.
Yeah, but they made a new one. Trailer dropped today.
They made a new one?
Yeah,
Same.
some of the same people. Viola Davis, the army guy who's also in.
Viola. No. It's not like the instrument.
Okay,
I think it's viola.
Emu. Anyway, she's her same character.
Uh-huh.
Army guy who was in Altered Carbon, buff guy. He's in his same character.
Altered Carbone. Yes.
Yeah, he's the same army man. And then Margot Robbie is still Harley Quinn. And
It wasn't the director's cut or whatever. No, that was
no,
that's Justice
this is all
League.
new.
That's Justice.
This is called The Suicide Squad.
And they made a new movie, or they recut the old movie?
There's tons of new characters. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen the trailer, and I haven't seen the old
The
movie.
trailer is then how do you know it sucks? The
That-
reviews?
That was like, hey, we can't cross-pollinate episodes.
Well, they have to listen to them in order. Anyway.
But no, I never saw it. Did you see that Birds of Prey?
Yes, I just said that. Shout out Birds of Prey.
Oh,
Great
sorry.
movie.
I wasn't
Did you see that?
No, I do want to see that one.
Well, it just came out on HBO Max.
Oh,
Shout out HBO Max.
I don't have HBO Max.
$15. Get rid of something else and turn that on for a month and then switch back.
All my stuff is other people's stuff anyways.
Well, just log in. I'll still give you the login. Yeah, so Suicide Squad sucks. Birds of Prey, great. Saw it 3 times so far.
Really?
And I'm not a re-watcher.
I watched the Rick Glassman Bobby Lee 4 times.
I should watch that. Anyway, I'm not a movie re-watcher. Except
I'm-
for Behind Enemy Lines.
I forgot about that movie. I am not, except for the new Pride and Prejudice.
Also, just came back on one of the streaming services, either HBO or the Zon or Netflix.
Okay. But this is why I brought
So
up
now, new The Suicide Squad.
the Batman is coming out this year.
Exactly. So The Suicide Squad, it's got a bunch of characters, some returning characters. It's got a Shark Man. It's got an old guy It's got people, I don't know who they are. A guy called Polka Dot Man. So
You know what? Honestly, the new Marvel movies / characters that are coming out, it seems like I am not that excited for.
I haven't seen a Marvel movie since Thor Ragnarok.
You know what? People thought that was so cool and stuff. I didn't. I wasn't really into it.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, but
I like what's his name?
it was a little bit
Goldblum.
Taiki Waititi.
No, Jeff Goldblum. But I also like Taiki Waititi. Shout out
Is that his
Jojo
name?
Rabbit.
Is that his name?
I think it's Wakati.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah. Well, I brought up Big Willie style because
Yeah.
shout out Free Willy. I definitely put Free Willy GIF.
Shout out
on
One-Eyed
Twitter
Willie.
the other- I don't know what that is.
Because
and
you
I don't-
haven't seen Goonies.
I thought you were bringing some British slang. Slang. I brought up Big Willie style because I do subscribe to him on the YouTubes, and
Jason Derulo.
he put out a video with him and DJ Jazzy Geoff
Mm-hmm.
and some other guy who was their friend who became like a producer or something, but was their security guy or
Oh, yeah, that guy.
something.
Lance.
Don't know. But also, the funniest part to me is, I mean, Will Smith, he's getting older. He's got his gray coming in and everything, and he's still awesome. Except he was talking into his computer, which,
Oh, yeah.
get a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
You're Big Willie style. You can afford a microphone.
He's zooming.
He's zooming, doing the zooming pod. And he's talking like this into his computer. Talking like this, like an old person.
On speakerphone.
Hi, Declan. Now he's on. Oh, he's coming out the window. Hey, cutie. Yeah, so Will Smith the whole time is like, hey, remember when we went to Amsterdam? And remember when we were friends when we were 17? And I'm like,
West Philadelphia.
yeah, I guess no matter how cool you are,
He's still old.
you're still old.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. And they like at my work, they don't know how to bring their ticket up on their phone. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I got to tell. They're like, do you know how to do it? And then they have an Android. And I'm like, I do not.
Oh,
at
don't
all.
know how to. Yeah, people ask me because I'm the young person at work, and they
Yeah.
ask me to help them
First
with their
off,
phones.
First off,
don't know
drop
Android.
the Android phone. That's your first mistake.
Maybe.
But also, and then isn't it also like, what was I going to say? Old people, technology. How about the old people that are totally somehow perfectly down with technology? That like, have you seen like the gamer grandma of like plays Skyrim and stuff? Or
Mhm.
I just saw this other old guy that plays Call of Duty.
I can imagine you keep up with some things like video games. Like, well, we're not that old, like our generation and a little bit even above us,
Mhm.
will play.
Yeah, but for them, they had like no technology growing up, and then now it's like so much technology.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how they would actually get into it and get started.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they were. Go ahead. Maybe they were, 38
Mm-hmm.
and
And got into it.
and got an Atari, and then just kept going along with the technology
And
too.
then they played Quake.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even I even remember growing up like, sitting down with Dad and watching him play Doom when I was like
Yeah.
5 or 6,
I remember that. Doom.
maybe 5. And when he played at night and the lights were out, it did creep me out.
I remember though there were some times like
But that was still pretty young to
Yeah.
be doing.
I remember there was still things, but then he'd get a game, or we'd get a game that he's not into. Maybe like fighting games.
Oh yeah, not that.
Like he couldn't process it, couldn't do the controls
Yeah,
because he still plays games.
which is weird because they do like joystick.
It's like arcade. Yeah, style.
It's just what you're into too. I mean, you can never really overcome that, and I think that's sort of for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He sort of has free reign. There's probably nothing. Anyways,
He has a wagon.
checking on Declan. Yeah, you can never really overcome not being interested in a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like, because there's other games he plays, like joystick games. Like Landon and I have been playing Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
because they have it again on PS4.
Yeah, I got that too.
And it's just a fun, just easy games.
Yeah.
That's honestly, well, the Wi-Fi situation in my house is just the whole.
Garbage.
It's annoying. And we're going pee. This is how we do it, and we just go.
Oh, that's what I need to do right now.
We're almost done.
It's like a water fountain, a Rubenesque fountain.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying.
Old people.
Oh,
they're totally
I'm
in it. Or
I'm
they're
actually
out.
into playing easy games right now.
You heard of Fall Guys? It's going viral.
No, I'm into.
You hear that?
Oh,
Picking up a bee.
drop that beat. Drop that beat.
By the way, beehives matter, but not hornet nests.
Wait,
breakdancing
why did it just flip
started
over?
breakdancing on the table in front of us. It literally went back down on the table, spun around a couple times, and it's flying again.
You know what? I left this can over here, hoping it would go to it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't want it. Must be a Coke fan. Anyways, I've been into the Lego games, is what I was going to say.
Those are good.
What's that? That's a video when you did that.
Basically, just because of my situation right now, any game that I can sort of just pick up for 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I like playing Call of Duty in the first place. Just jump in a game.
You know it's going to last. Yeah.
Just jump in a
5,
game or
10
two,
minutes.
and then you can be done. But just the internet situation is annoying me.
Got him.
Okay. Clip that.
Clip it. I just headshotted this wasp
Oh,
on the microphone.
that was a great sound.
Go back and replay that.
Oh my god.
Let's do a loop of that. You'll hear a
Loop it.
bzzz,
I'm gonna-
and then a
I was gonna say I was gonna loop it, but you know what? I'm not gonna. Press back 15.
back 15.
All right.
What?
Wait, what did you send me?
That pic. Don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is from the last step,
Yeah.
and I need to
I
post.
just sent it to you
I
a
need
week
to
later.
post it. Oh yeah, Oh yeah. Got lost in a wormhole. Got lost in a Donnie Darko wormhole.
Let's.
That's a good movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal never won an Oscar. Can you believe that?
I can.
He's becoming my new favorite.
He's so good.
A24 movie, Enemy. Actually, I don't think it's an A24 movie. I think it was related. It's like, if you like this movie, you might like this movie. Enemy.
What's that one?
Excuse the Red Rider background noise here.
Red Rider Wagon, not Red Rider BB gun.
Yeah. It is about a guy who sees a movie, and an extra in the movie looks exactly like him, like twinning. And then he finds him.
That already sounds.
He
good.
finds him creepily, and yeah, drama ensues. Same director as another movie called Prisoners. Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I was just gonna bring that up when you
good.
said that. That is a good movie.
Yeah, same director. And then that
I
director,
think I watched that on a plane.
that director did the movie Sicario about the drug cartel, Emily Blunt. Another good movie.
You know what?
Guillermo del Toro, is that him?
Yeah.
I like him.
You know what I love about
One of my managers looks like a short, round version of him.
He's short and round anyway.
Then that's not the right person. It's the other Del Toro.
Oh. Do you want me to?
I don't know his name.
Do you want me to cut this out for your insensitivities to?
They have the same last name.
No, one is Guillermo del Toro.
And one is?
Placido Domingo? I don't
No. Okay, you talk all IMDb.
Okay, we're going to... Listen, we haven't made it all the way through these questions. The conceit of the podcast is that Will and I are bad brothers. And so we need this podcast to hang out. And so that's why we're talking. We're hanging out. So to make us better brothers, we went to eharmony.com and we have 18 first date questions. We're only a few episodes in, meaning we haven't gone through them all.
But we're going through them all.
And actually there's 19, which is annoying. But also, who's the most fascinating person you know?
Besides myself?
You have to go that bad?
Mm-hmm.
Just go off the deck.
Most fascinating person I know?
I only have one real answer for this. I probably have... These are just off the top of our head, so maybe there's a person like technically more fascinating, but the person in my life that's most fascinating, I say, is like Frank Klappich.
Oh, yeah.
And because he's like military person for a long time, was a chaplain for a long time.
Chaplain of Arlington Cemetery, right?
Yes, and it was like during Vietnam, and there's a story he tells sometimes. I think he did something like 27 funerals in one day.
Oh, man.
And that's like a downer, but I think about that story all the time, just kind of like a crazy... He has a crazy sort of conversion experience. And then it's just weird because he's so smart. He's so smart, but he's also like very personable. But I don't know. I guess like fascinating because he's lived such a sort of interesting life, but also, you know, he took care of me. You know, he's one of my teachers in junior high and took care of me, then like took sort of an interest in me, and he paid for my books my first year of college. Always kind of stayed in contact. Always. I don't know if he's a mentor or not, but he's definitely somebody I try to keep in contact with, keep him as part of my life, and just be a guiding sort of figure. And like, he's kind of funny because, I mean, one time he was like for his devotions, is what he does for his devotions, is like translating the New Testament.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And yeah, like I said, he's not like a world traveling, even though he has
Dos Equis,
actually yeah, he's not the Dos Equis man by far. But that's hilarious. You could not
the most opposite.
Yeah, the most opposite. But yeah, he's just somebody he does have sort of like a fascinating story and kind of
and just how his brain works.
Yeah.
My most fascinating person I know, Probably my father-in-law, because he's like,
I'm trying to score points here.
no, he just like has lived this whole life that like was never a part of or around at all. He, like in high school, he's like in a car club. You know, they had race cars. They're drag racing down, you know, streets in wherever, Renton, Puyallup, I forget where it was at. Different places, you know, like motorcycles, bikes. He knows all this stuff about, you know, like cars and
That's
working
cool.
on motorcycles, and then guns too. He's the one that like got me into that, and construction stuff. He just like knows a lot about all this stuff. But yeah, some of the stories he has of like racing back in the day, and like all these like car clubs and that whole like scene in the 80s, and
Yeah.
he just has lots of good stories like that.
Yeah, it's just fun to find somebody who has a different life than you, even if it's not something.
Yeah, even if you're not into it.
Yeah,
Like
even
I
if
still probably not like so into cars.
yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like wild or anything, but
Right.
if it's just so different than you,
Mm-hmm.
it is sort of. you
Whenever someone is
fascinating.
like knowledgeable about something, like really knowledgeable about something,
yeah,
really into it, that's when it, you know, it's interesting.
that's kind of like what's fun about my work. I mean, people are from all different places in the world.
Yeah.
So everybody grew up different.
Mhm.
Everybody has different ways of sort of looking at things. Like nobody has the same experiences growing up. And
Yeah.
so anyways, ready to wrap this thing?
Mhm.
I gotta remember what we did.
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael 17, Will 10, Juliet 2.
Yeah. Go ahead and look at the picture for this week. You can see. Okay. My hair.
It's the blonde hair and the rib sweater for me. Julia is looking.
It's the gelled straight down hair for me.
It probably fell. The LA looks.
I was gonna say that's what's.
Oh, this is when I had the sun dyeing hair stuff. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you put the stuff in your hair and it gradually
something
dyes
like
it,
that.
so then it just turns orange. And Julia's looking very American Girl doll.
Well, I'm looking very vampire because the
Oh,
sun
the-
has washed out the eyes.
Shout out Tiki Wakiti, what we do in the shadows,
But the worst part about my hair is not the blonde,
the dark
because
underneath.
I love the blonde. No, it's growing out. That's not bad either. It's the gelled,
the gelled down.
PC sort of, and the picture is like from the side. If I would have got this from a different angle, would have looked a lot
It's
better.
a little
but
like Xenon Girl of the 21st century.
I am looking definitely very,
Mod.
yeah, not great. Let's just put it that way. Hashtag not great,
Yeah, Julia looks like a doll.
as usual.
Mm-hmm.
As usual. All right. Thanks for listening. We're
That's
gonna
the pod.
think of something awesome for next time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have one thing up my sleeve. Surprise me with something.
Okay.
I'll surprise you with something.
Oh, for episode 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
You surprise me. I'll surprise you.
Something new?
Something borrowed, something blue,
All right.
and you can take my garter off.